to my kitchen. I am so excited to have you join me today. I am preparing for Thanksgiving and I'm making a sweet potato casserole. Thank you for joining me. So I am starting with pecans that I am going to roast. So right now I'm chopping these pecans and I will roast them in the oven on 375. And the reason why is because this brings out the flavor of the pecans. So now I am peeling my potatoes and I want you to look at this. This is a red yam and it's organic, and I have really grown to love these because they are just so dark in color and they have an amazing flavor. So I am peeling this, but I want you to know this is prep, this is prep for the casserole, but in Thanksgiving or during holidays, there's always that time crunch. So if you want, what I'm gonna do is peel this and chop it into 1-inch squares. But I have already had some prepared and that I froze like this. So they can be frozen, they can be chopped ahead of time and frozen so that you're not spending a lot of time on that special holiday trying to prep. You can pre-prep this. So now I am putting my sweet potatoes in my roasting dish, and I will mix all the ingredients together right here in this pan. We're starting with a tablespoon of nutmeg sprinkled right over the top, and a tablespoon of cinnamon, and my favorite is the Saigon cinnamon by McCormick. It's organic and I love this cinnamon. It is so dark and flavorful. You will never stop buying this once you start buying it. So I did amount like a heaping tablespoon of cinnamon right in here. I'm gonna go with ginger. This is ginger in a jar, and I'm gonna use half a tablespoon of ginger just right over the top. And now I'm gonna go in with a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Now this is a Truvia brown sugar mixture, so I am very careful with the amount of sugar that we put in our diets, but I still want the flavor. So I'm gonna go in with this brown sugar. I'm just gonna sprinkle it over the top, just like this. And now I have a cup of Swerve, which is a sugar-free sugar that it measures equal for equal, so it's just like regular sugar, and I'm just going to sprinkle this Swerve right over the top of my sweet potatoes. Now, if you want to meal prep and you want to try to pre-plan, you can absolutely, like I said, you can freeze your sweet potatoes, but you need to blanch them first. And blanching means that you're going to submerge your 1-inch cuts of sweet potato into boiling water, and then just for a few minutes, and once it's really boiling, you're going to take them out and put them in ice water to stop the internal cooking process, and that will preserve your sweet potatoes in the freezer. Otherwise they will get starchy and dark, and that's a whole other story I could share. So that's not a good thing. I remember once when I was first married, I tried to prep real potatoes. I was bringing mashed potatoes to a family gathering, and I didn't realize that they turn black, and so I had just peeled and cut them and put them in water in my refrigerator so that I could just take them out and boil them. And when I took them out, they were all black, and it was at the last minute. I had no more potatoes, so guess who showed up to her potluck family dinner with gray mashed potatoes? That would be me. So I'm just gonna stir this in just like you see here and get all my sugars mixed in with my sweet potatoes, and you can do this in another bowl if you want to, but I like to save the mess and use one pan and it works just fine to do this. Now, once I get this all stirred up, as you see, I am going to drizzle olive oil over the top, and then this is going to go into my oven for 35 minutes at 375. So I know this, I'm gonna drizzle, this is all stirred up just right. I'm gonna take my favorite olive oil, which is Talcott. It's amazing. And I'm gonna drizzle it over the top. And you cannot buy Talcott in the store, but you can go to talcott.com and order it. It's wonderful. So now I'm gonna toss with the olive oil. And pretty soon my house is going to smell amazing. And this is the final dish of my sweet potato casserole. It is extremely amazing. The smell is heavenly. My whole house smells like Thanksgiving. And look how beautiful. Look at the scene. Look at the pecans. It is the best.